Hey y'all, hey, it's Rahkel here, and I am coming to you again to talk about finances as it relates to splitting it down the middle or splitting it however you want. So I'm comfortable with splitting bills down the middle, but some may not. So it's whatever you feel comfortable with. You would determine what that figure is. So if your bill is $100, your cell phone bill between you and your husband or you and your wife, it's $100, and you've decided to do 25%, and they decided to do 75%, then your bill, your part of it is 75, and their part is 25, or 60-40. That's what you choose, or 50-50, or 70-30, or 80-20. So whatever you decide, it's up to you to identify who's the person that's going to pay the bills and be responsible for making sure the bills are paid, and then who will okay, and then how much the other person is responsible. So if the husband is paying the bills and the wife is going to be paying 40% and the husband's paying 60%, then you would determine based on the, let's say, the average. Okay, so the average. So the average cable bill is $200. The average cell phone bill is $200. The average if you have a joint credit card, it's $100. Child care, let me see, mortgage. So you would identify what that average amount of the bill is monthly, and then you would split it between the percentage that you expect from the other person. So I'm going to say 50-50 because it's easier for me to understand, or it's easier for me to like just break down the numbers real quick. So if we say the mortgage is $1,000 and both of you pay $500, the wife would have to give the husband monthly. I just did a video on how I pay bills every 2 weeks. So please find that video. But this is just going to engage the conversation of the overall monthly expectations. Well, I'll break it down a little bit. So the wife pays, or is due to give the husband, or put in a joint account, and I would strongly encourage a joint account. I don't want to offend anybody to say you have your own personal account and then you have the joint account. My pastor is a smart man and is well advised, because I've had multiple accounts over the years, and he confirmed it during harvest season. Where you are to have multiple accounts, and there are accounts that are business bills, and then there's the accounts that you can buy yourself a shirt, dress, or whatever, or a crab boil, whatever they got going on right now. But For me, the joint account is our bills together and things that need to be done around the house. I have a separate account and my husband has a separate account, and that's just how we're comfortable. Um, and I have more than one account for myself. And actually, he has more than one account for himself. But it works out. So in this case, the wife is putting the $500 in the or she's expected to pay $500 for the mortgage. The cell phone is $200, so her part is $100 a month. Their insurance is joint. So that altogether is $300 a month. So her expectation is $150. What else do we pay together? Say the BGE, which is in Baltimore, gas and electric. So the electric is a joint bill that is typically in a house $250. I'm just throwing it out there. So I would say $125 is owed. And then if childcare were a factor, you would put that in there as well. I keep having to come back here and reference. If you want to do tithes and offering together, you would put it in here. If you have a joint credit card, you would put it in here. For me, savings for the kids comes in here. But we're going to just go with mortgage, cell phone, insurance, and electric. This is what they pay together. She pays her own car note. He pays his own car note. Oh no, I'm sorry. Sometimes people have cable bills. Let's say the cable bill is $200. So that is $100 from her. So for her, she is due $500, $100, $150, $125, and $100. So every month or every 2 weeks, she's expected. So let's do the overall monthly total. This is how I do it. I get the monthly total, and then I break it down by the weeks that the person gets paid. So 500 plus 100 plus 150 plus 125 plus 100. So that's $975 that the wife is due to put in the joint account. $975 monthly. $975 monthly. So they both get paid every 2 weeks. So we would divide that by 2. It's $487. $487. Bi-weekly. So if she's getting her paycheck, and her paycheck is, let's say at the end of the week, at the end of 2 weeks, she got an $1,100 paycheck. $1,100. She's going out that $1,100. She's not going to touch anything before she transfers over the $487 into the joint account, and then that's going to leave her with $613, and that's her money to pay her car note if she pays it separately, pay her credit card if she has it separately, but the main chunk of the bills that put food on, well, keep the lights on, and you can actually include food in here as well. which is important, and it's a important factor. I apologize for not putting it there. You could put gas in there. Food is a bigger one because you can um, buy it collectively. So if you wanted to say like $300 in food a month, it would be $150 each. You would put that there, and then this would go up by $150. That would go up by $75, and then whatever she has left. This here, when it's done without a thought, it just you hit your account and it goes into the joint account, and the person that pays the bills pays the bills. Finances are not an argument. They're barely even a conversation. The conversation is you notice that electric bill was a little high this month, or cell phone bill was a little high. You think we need to switch carriers, or oh, the mortgage payment's gone down a little bit. Maybe you can you don't have to, you can put $450 in it. We can bring the payment down monthly for the mortgage by $50 because it went down. Or oh babe, I had ordered a movie on cable, so I'm gonna put an extra $6 into the account so that it can cover the bill. Like it becomes a non-factor in a sense. But it would have it would have to be a joint decision. The person that does it, the bills, needs to be on top of it. As soon as they get the money in the joint account, they pay who they need to pay. I'm in my house. I'm the the majority of the bill payer. I should say that. My husband takes care of some of his bills, but I take care of the majority, and it's like clockwork. It happens as soon as it hits the account. Tithes, offerings, bills. Oh, I did want to say that for a person that this right here, that gets paid weekly, which is also a good thing. You would just divide it by 4, and every week they would put $243 weekly. That don't look like a lot every week. Oh, that's why. Because there's no car notes or anything in this number. When the car notes hit these numbers, the numbers go up. But it works. I promise you, it works. Figure out all the bills. Figure out what percentage each person is going to pay. Get that average monthly amount for that bill. And add it all together. Divide it by 50%. Get your total. Divide that by 2 if it's bi-weekly. Divide that by 4 if it's every 2 weeks. And it works. I promise you, it works. You will. My husband and I were at a conference, and they were talking about the main struggles that couples have, and this has been in existence before we were married. Like, I'm very I'm really just not for problems when it comes to finances because I've had so many challenges in the past. Like, I'm on top of my finances. So this was like dating. We were dating and had kids before we got married. But this was like my standard, and like clockwork, he puts the money in the joint account, and we barely have conversations about the finances. We do when it's relevant and it's important. But we were at the conference and they said sex, finances, communication, and something else. But my husband, he was like, he said, we got. He was like, do we have any issues with finances? I said, do we talk about it? Do we have? No, we don't. No, I got that covered, baby. We good. So, if you do it and commit to it, it works. I promise you. I promise you. I've advised friends, and it was something that they started. It took some getting used to. Like, okay, all right. All of a sudden now, when I get paid, I gotta put this $300 into a joint account. So my $800, I got paid. I'm putting $300 into a joint account, so that leaves me at $500. All right. Well, I'm gonna just do 300. Well, I'm gonna do 250, and then I'm gonna give 300. It gets better. It gets consistent, and it ultimately works out for the relationship and the success of financial stability. So try it out. Let me know. Let me know, how it works for you in your household. If you have any questions, again, feel free to ask. I'm here. Love you. Peace and God bless.